this is a brief tutorial on how to set your paper up in APA format, and we will start with looking at the we'll start with looking at the APA crib sheet that you'll find posted on the discussion board in your class. First, I want to start with looking at the running head. If you look here in the top left corner, is on the first page, the running head actually has the words running head with a colon followed by whatever your header will be in all caps. So that's the correct format for the running head. If you move over to the right side of the paper in APA, the numbers, the pagination goes top right corner, and you can use your word processing format to get that correctly in the header line. As far as your title page, all APA papers will have a title page that starts with your title, the name, the institution, which will be Jacksonville University, and although it is not APA format, JU modifies this, you do need to add a date for all of your papers. Okay. On the next page, if it is a requirement that you have an abstract, the abstract goes on page 2. If it is not a requirement to have abstract, then you go straight into your page. But on page 2 and all subsequent pages, you do not put the words running head. You only use your header words in all caps. And again, you can see when you use your word processing for the page numbers, you automatically get the page numbers that show up on each of your pages. If you are required to have an abstract, you start with the word abstract and you do not indent for the abstract paragraph. And you can refer to the APA book or the OWL manual for the details on an abstract. Most of your papers in the School of Nursing will not require an abstract, so you would start with your title on the first page after your title page, which generally is going to be page 2 because we have an abstract. It's actually page 3 here. So this first line here is the title. It is not bold, just regular and centered on the page. You do not put introduction here. It is assumed that your first paragraph will be an introduction in APA, and make sure that you indent all paragraphs. Okay, you can see here there are different little instructions that you'll need to make sure you're clear on. We do use headers to help organize the paper in APA format. The first level of headers, level 1 header, is centered and bolded. Most of your papers in this class will only need the level 1 header. However, if you do, here you see again another level 1 header. If you do need a level 2 header, which means you have major sections and then you have sections under the major section that you want to delineate, the level 2 headings would be flush left and bolded with upper and lower case. Let's continue down and get to the reference page. On the reference page, you start on a brand new page and you type the word references, centered, no bold, to start your reference page. And then your references are always in alphabetical order, with the first line being flush left and all subsequent lines are indented 5 spaces. This is called a hanging indent. Okay, so here you can see first is flush left, and then this one has more lines, but they are all hanging indent. Sometimes you have to work with your word processing unit a little bit, your computer, to get it to do what you want. One of the tricks that I have found is you put your cursor here at the end of a line and actually do a hard return or an enter, and it will move your cursor to the line below and you're able to tab over at that point. But that's just one little trick that you might find is useful to you. Okay, that's the basic tutorial on how to set your paper up in APA format.